Hello, hello. Welcome, audience. Welcome, Roar.
Moo and Roar, name a more suppressing the opposing commentary that's actually not opposing, it's supposed to cooperate. The joke was that I talk over you a lot. Hi, Mooer.
Hey.
How are you this lovely day?
A bit tired maybe, but we'll see. We've got a few matches coming up. I'm not sure I wanna do all of them, but we'll see.
Right on. I mean, it is a Monday? Wait. Oh,
Yep.
We don't normally have a bunch of matches on Monday.
And I think this one is already almost ready, so let's quickly introduce our racers. We've got Klades with the sadly not animated Infinite Kermit.
Maurice will one day enable gifts, maybe, potentially.
I think he explained it once, and it seems to be complicated. It's not just you can't just stick a GIF in there, it's all manually rendered in some way. And on the other side we've got FurretTurret with the almost infinite stack of hats that we will hopefully see.
Oh dear. That's a lot of hats, because we're in what right now? We're in...
Lizards 6, I think.
6. Oh, wow. This is a lot of games. What have they played? Let's take a quick rundown of those. By the way, FurretTurret also a top 8 competitor prior. FurretTurret currently has beat Teto and Subsonic, Triscorp and lost to Telelocation Gemini against Triscorp. Furret versus Triscorp is a top 8 match. It should not have happened so early. Impressive. Zenic Reverie in Mandu versus the Colorless Curse was a win. Nighty versus in Zeepkiss Demo. Arcbus and Acrobatic Car and Econ in World's Scariest Police Chases. I would like to point out that that's a strong list of people that FurretTurret has gone through. That is Triscorp. Zenic's pretty good at some of them. Nighty, always known as the Never Forfeit. Arcbus, constantly top 9 in SAD. Like, there's a really powerful bracket that Furret is just tearing through there. Meanwhile, in Klades, we got beat Rotate and Tailspin. Get it? It's Rotate and Tailspin. And then we had beating Rylak in S Sports RTA Extreme. That's one of the... That's, I believe, what Polari put together for top 8 one year. And then Mantooth in Archer McLean's Mercury. Not quite a ball game, but kind of a ball game. And that one guy in Sheepwith lost to that one guy in Sheepwith. So this will be Klades' first match in the Lizards bracket, and it's versus FurretTurret. This is a very low to come across here. Or to try to overcome is what I'm trying to go with.
Looks like our racers have the game up at least, so can take a look at the game and the more important part, Furret's hats.
That's true. Let's see the hats. Show us the hat cut. Show us the hat cut. Who gives a shit about Zack Snyder? I want to see the Furret hat cut. Let's go!
Chad, you can help us count because I'm not sure I can identify all of these.
There's a beanie underneath the Loperate hat that I believe is one of the like rabbit hats where you pump the side on top of a baseball cap with another beanie on top of that with a chest-pin visor on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins.
Looks like it's getting difficult to fit these on there.
Oh man, it's a game that I have speedrun before.
Oh really?
Yes, I actually did speedrun this and I got a PB of just under 7 minutes and called it a day. This one is one that is arguably interesting for Mystery Tournament. Because it has a little bit of map knowledge and non-linearity to it.
Oh, looks like you can pick your palette. It's very Game Boy themed.
It is. It was made for the Game Boy Jam, I believe. Please choose a cool color. This is the color that I use. I think this might be the default one.
The green or the beige?
The beige, pinkish, kind of dulcet red.
So this was in Mystery Tournament before, but apparently hasn't been raced in a few years. But since 2018, that's quite a few years actually.
Yeah, that's why I said this one's pretty arguable about whether or not it really is MT material. Because yeah, the map is not very it's very conducive to like following through, but the map does have a little bit of loop back, loop forward kind of stuff going on with it. So, this is Shuriken. We start with 3 stars. We start with no keys. And we have the ability to throw those stars and have to pick them back up. You have to pick them back up. One does not simply throw infinite stars.
So it's like Javelin, but with 3 things.
Yeah. And we can see Furret going up top, seeing the 2 key doors, and needs to turn around and go a different direction. Now the thing is that those stars do respawn when you die, but they don't respawn through rooms. So you are without star now, FurretTurret. Alright, this is going to be a mile-a-minute race. I gotta pay attention to it instead of die in the dungeon. Look, that cute little frog's got a lot of trials ahead of him, and I'm going to make sure that I've been losing. This game's hard. So
there's a progress meter here. Is that for the stage, for the game?
That is for the whole game. We are going to see a direct amount of how far they've gone. It's based on how many rooms they've entered and how many keys they've collected. So we do have a direct argument over who's got further progress for each other. So a lot of techniques that you're going to see, or that you would see during a speed run, is how you throw your stars and just like how you budget your stars. There's a lot of throw it against the wall, come back to it later kind of nonsense going on. And jumping on that tree, for instance. That tree actually has an active has an actual platform on it.
I saw Furret dropping one of the stars into a spike pit, and it's not recovering. Does that come back at some point?
Once you hit when you hit the checkpoint, you're never going to see that star again. You cannot make this jump. You have to go up and around. But Furret making good progress, getting about 29% on this. So yeah, we have to go that room where we saw a little floating skull and a left and a right. You have to go into that room and go right. They walked into that room and went left. Both of them did. So you have to do it both ways. You have to come back down, hit that on one side, and then come back around the other way. And I think one of the reasons why I did speedrun this game is because if I recall in my first race of this, I got like 40 minutes or something. Or somebody got 40 minutes, and I was pissed. So I got revenge on it by running it. The only problem is that I never submitted a time and accepted 7 minutes because just over 7 minutes was my time without turbo, and then I tried it with turbo, and well, you'll see when that becomes relevant.
So we got new skills like in a Metroidvania?
No, it's all about keys and...
It says items down there at least. I thought maybe that does something.
Oh, sorry, yes, you will. You will get a double jump, I believe. Sorry, I might not have also played this since like 2018, so...
It looks like according to the pace bin, we've got 3 bosses.
Yes, that is correct. We have 3 bosses. The game will be done when you beat the 5th boss, or 3rd boss, and gone into the next area.
Oh, Klades hitting a big lock there with 3 locked doors, only has 2 keys.
Yeah, right now Klades is taking over FurretTurret because Furret's going in a loop right now. Forgot about the 2-key door at the very top of the first area. And I believe Klades does have that based on the lack of items here, so, or at least something resembling it. Furret's definitely getting lost. This is not, this is a fairly linear game. You have to do it in a specific order. It's just recognizing that order is not exactly the easiest.
It's also at least a bit ahead in terms of progression percent. I guess that comes from keys, items like that.
Yeah, like I said, it's keys and map completion. If you've not been in a room before and you enter a room, you get that map completion. So Furret, you've got to stop going in a loop. Oh, here we go. No, that's 3 keys. Okay, go to the right, go to the right.
Yeah, that's the lock where we've seen Klades maybe a minute or 2 ago.
Okay, so I believe Furret's doing this in, okay, this is doable, but not great. Let me see if I remember. I'm honestly drawing a blank on so much of this.
Klades meeting the first boss.
Fight.
Yeah, and dies. But that's a big progression step here, I think.
Yeah, and okay, I believe if you go to the right over here, you can get your way back to a key or something. I'd forgotten so much of this game. But Furret's gotta stop going in circles. I think they did. There we go, yeah. There's the key. Go back down, hit those 3 doors, enter the boss fight. So yeah, this is where Turbo was the reason. I never needed it on this boss. The last boss kind of floats around in a weird pattern, so but this one, like, basically, if you can if you can kind of get up behind it while it's running away from you and just mash at it, you'll pick up your stars instantly and just keep going. Like, believe it or not, in a game where you have limited stars, mashing is a favorable thing.
Yeah, if you can set it up so that you can keep them, that's definitely a very good strategy. Klades finishes that boss. Yeah, FurretTurret is also here already, so that's a chance to catch up.
Alright, and the Klades has gotten the feather, is now able to double jump. I think right now Furret is definitely on the losing side at the moment because Furret was not able to recognize that it was going in circles. Okay, has a better handle on how to safely fight this boss, I think. Oh, close, dangerous, but close. Oh, no, ouch. Klades on the way back up to the top here.
So now with your double jump, I guess you have to remember where the places were that you couldn't go earlier.
Yeah, a bit. So the main one to remember is the is that left side of the single skull room. That single skull room goes left and right, and then you go left and down to get a key. Now you can go left and up on in that room. Also, Klades, there you go. See, that's how you do it. That's how you do it, FurretTurret. That's what you do. You just mash that boss out. Through everything, boss dies.
So Furret also has the double jump now. Is still or 2 minutes or something behind.
So not necessarily. If Furret recognizes where to go pretty quickly, can actually get through this. There it is. Okay, so Klades is now heading to the left. That's where you need to go. Furret could have gone that direction and been on the same route, basically.
Furret turning around faster than Klades though. I think Klades went into the room and then got locked in with the skulls.
Yeah, unfortunately Furret's also going up here, and that's...
Undecisive whether to grab the star.
Okay, no, Furret's going the right direction. Here you go. Go to the left. Go to the left here. I feel like Furret's playing smoother in some respects, but got lost more. Oh, and this skull gets ya! Taking a wise, intentional death there. Klades has keyed into the fact that you can throw stars up as well. You can throw stars up, down, left, right.
Furret is back here again. That's the room for earlier.
Got lost.
Yeah. Seems like otherwise not a lot of progression is happening for Klades though. Only 2% more. I'd expect more from rooms and keys maybe. Oh.
There is a lot of getting lost on both players' sides that is happening here.
Yeah, Klades meeting another door lock with 2 locked doors.
Furret dies, proving my smoother play very wrong. All right, there's Klades with the 55%. That's more than halfway through the game. At 10 minutes, we're gonna see a 20-minute clear. Let's go. We are not gonna see 20.
This section where Klades is a bit visually confusing. I wouldn't be sure what is a wall or a platform. With these lighter walls, and I think Klades also got confused at least once.
Furret needs to stop going down for the stars, is getting bopped as a result of it. Gets key, gets a safe key, and there is a computer up here in just a moment. Okay, he's gonna go back to this computer, I guess. Remembers maybe that this one was there. We're definitely searching for a computer. That's for sure. Alright, Furret is now going to be making their way up. Hopefully, its way up to the next area. There's keys there. It's going to hit the computer. Alright, now Furret will be entering Klades' area. And now the race continues. We've had our detours. We've not sure where to go multiple times. Now we're going somewhere. I don't know where we're going, but we're going.
It's got a lot of progression percent here already.
Yeah, so what we're looking for here is we're going to need a couple keys to reach the boss. And then we are going to fight boss 2, which is going to give us the big key to enter the final area of the game.
So there aren't any more skills other than the double jump?
No, it's just double
key.
jump and boss key. Yep. It is not a Metroidvania. I think it's like a mini Metroidvania. You know, you still got the different directions that yield keys. But this is my favorite room that you get in the speedrun, the one that Furret's on, because
You're both in the same room there even.
So if you notice, the one on the right spawns a little bit higher than the one on the left. Which means that you can do a really cool fall down, shoot the one on the right, shoot the one on the left, and go through the door.
Oh, nice. Okay, it's struggling a bit more with these skulls.
Now, a thing to note about this game is that all of your progress is kept across dying, so death warping is big in this game, actually. There are a few places where death warping will give you your stars back. Actually, there's a hotkey to just respawn at the checkpoint. I think it's like F9. So like you straight up just you'll grab a key and then just boom, back to the checkpoint. Call it a day.
Pastebin doesn't mention that, but it's from 2018.
Yeah, it's not exactly something that you would do outside of the speedrun.
I mean, I guess if it locks you into a room, for example, and you recognize that you're not in the right place, it would be handy.
Myth, I highly doubt any player will find it. It is a function key.
Yeah, you usually don't press the F keys, I think. That's dangerous. What if there's some kind of weird function there?
Yeah, so this spot that FurretTurret's on is probably I think the third most annoying part of the game. Those skulls are perfectly positioned that if you try to kill them before you try to climb, you will respawn them. They show up. You have to do the breaking platforms climb with them on your tail, and Furret's kind of keyed up into that. There we go.
Klades trying to go backwards there, but it doesn't look like you can. Ah, maybe just tries to shortcut, avoid the skull room.
I could be wrong about the key. It might have been like F5 or something, but it's definitely a function key. Also, the music in this game is just a banger through and through. It's a very simple song, but like, and the way you get into the boss fights, it's like the pop 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 pop.
Yeah, looks great, sounds great. I guess the reason we haven't seen it in a while is maybe that it's kind of open, easy to get lost.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of those games that's a little bit more known by some of the older peeps involved. Like, I can hardly call myself one of the older peeps because it's, you know, I'm an MTXer, but like...
Furret's trying the same skip that we've seen Klades do. Trying to go back here. Does that work? I don't think that's ever gonna work.
No, it's not a skip that we do, so... I definitely think that there's a lot of lack of map awareness going on here that's causing problems on both players, but mostly for FurretTurret. Alright, we got the second boss is the little flappy batty dude. Summons bats. He's also going to kind of orbit you in a way. The difference is that he stops. So the final boss will orbit you if I remember correctly, but this bat does a little bit of orbiting, but puts on the brakes when it gets like right past you.
Klades gets the boss first try, much faster than the previous boss.
Alright, so we've got the big key. This is entering the final section of the game. We're going to go, if I remember correctly, I'm going to call it to see if I remember it correctly. We're going to go through a drop, and then we're going to have 3 different directions that we basically get to go for. It might be 4. We got to collect all those keys, and then we get to go into the final boss corridor. So let's see if Klades remembers exactly where that boss spot was. Or did he already do it? No, yeah.
Looks like we're currently going backwards, so definitely remember this room.
Yeah, it's beyond this. It's back where it is back to the bottom area. Alright, as both keys to fight the next boss, let's go. Hit that checkpoint. You don't want to be caught off guard.
Can Furret also get this first try?
Furret's a little low on health, but definitely has done a lot of damage to the boss. There's a lot more mashing going on here.
Ooh, barely killing those little guys.
Is Furret aware that you can shoot up and down, though?
I think I saw Furret shoot up in an earlier room, yeah. Might be focusing on lining up the boss, so we can mash the shots.
Klades coming to the boss key. Big key down. Here we go. Drop in. There are 4 directions that we can go. There are 3. Yeah, there are 3. Okay. And Furret takes down the boss. Which room do we go in? Congratulations, you're correct. You don't have to refight those guys. Yeah, so this one's rude. You have to kill all the enemies in order to get out of here, and everything's crumbling around you.
Okay, Klades has one direction down.
He's waiting for the Shuriken to fall off the ceiling. Yeah, Shurikens that are stuck to the wall or the ceiling will eventually fall down.
Yeah, I'm guessing you can't go into the water.
No, water is deadly. Can Furret remember where the big key was? Oh no, Furret's getting super lost here. Meanwhile, Klades still working on that thing. I don't know if it's Klades or Klades. I just probably played too much Hades. Alright, Klades. Head on down. There is the boss key area, but nope, you still got one more key to go to the right.
I think Furret's going in circles again.
No, Furret's going in the right direction now.
Okay, but I remember that one skull room.
Yeah, the one skull room is on the way to this. You have to go left out of there and then head over to the right. Folks, I want to point out, the progress on Klades is 95% right now, but that is... Ooh, this is not over yet. This is... I cannot call this race yet at all. And you're going to see why in just a moment here, because Klades hits the final 3 doors here. Those are the last 3 keys. We got this checkpoint, and then we still have to make it through this very rude room right here, and into the final boss. And this final boss is a jerk. He's constantly dashing towards you and throwing skulls out. And basically, yeah. This was the point where I had reached this spot in the race about this time, and it still took me 40 minutes because I could not beat this boss.
Okay.
But these players are better than me, so maybe they've got this.
This boss room even has some water pits, so you could lose your Shuriken there.
Yes, if you hit the wall and you do not recover it, you will lose your Shuriken. But right now, Klades is playing very well. Gets a hit. Ah, down we go. Just jump in the water. Get that boost. Oh, you actually do have to get out of the room with the key. Oh, my bad. Or to the checkpoint with the key. I may have forgotten how that works. Like I said, this part's kind of rude because you want to get to there with all your health intact. But these guys are perfectly positioned that if you don't jump just right, you're gonna get bopped.
It's already done. Oh, I already did. Quick boss fight.
Furret unfortunately goes the wrong way and is met with having to fight these again. Wait, did Klades kill the boss and then die?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, the way you said that.
Yeah, no, he died quickly. What I meant.
Okay. Alright, trying to play even safer here. I mean, these skulls are no joke. They get annoying, and they get to be lots. But here's a good way to keep him in orbit until he decides to throw a skull at you, and you're done for. And then now what? Furret still has one more key to go on the right-hand side here. Will this come down to the boss fight? Will Klades be stuck on the boss fight the entire time that it takes Furret to clear the last section? It's entirely possible.
So far, Klades always has been dying very quickly in that boss fight. Hope he's gonna change his strategy to try and avoid more damage.
Hey, it's better to die quickly than take forever, right?
I mean, with how many times we're retrying this boss fight, might be better to go slow.
Alright, Furret's just got to take out these two skulls. Yeah, I don't think Furret knows you can throw up or down. That's going to be really big on this boss, but unfortunately, Klades throws the Shuriken way up into the ceiling, and it gets stuck there for a moment in time.
Attack at the boss with 3 points of health. No, it's 2. No, it's 1.
Oof, yeah, getting bloodied up here. Nope, good dodges, but okay. We got 2 in the wall, gets them, and down. Meanwhile, Furret does successfully get the key. I just had to stop watching it for a moment, and here we go. On to the finale for FurretTurret as well. And watch this bop, bop. Those guys are rude. Now, will Furret's inability to throw up be the sealing this fate, or will Furret figure out a safe route for the boss faster? Oh, right now, Klades has the boss in a good position, doing a good small orbit, but it's getting bigger now. I find that's kind of where you want bosses like this, is like in a small orbit. And no, Klades gets it. Klades was just trying to give us a dramatic possibility of a finish that was not quite in Furret's favor. Klades takes it. FurretTurret knocked out of Mystery Tournament 19 here in Lizard 6. Unexpected.
Great performance by Klades. Maybe Furret was slowed down by the weight of so many heads.
You know, heavy is the crown, as they say. Now wear 6 of them.
Celebratory frog.
Celebratory frog. Alright, yeah, see, there's Furret just like, oh, maybe I just match this guy out. Maybe I just end this guy before it's too late. And that's a good decision, actually. That's how we do it.
Right. Furret so far careful. Has taken a hit there. Also lost the star, I think. Fell into the water.
Didn't lose a star. Ah, not enough. Oomph. Folks, according to ID, this means that we now have a guaranteed new top 8er.
So that was Lizard's 6, and I think it goes up to Lizard's 8 before.
According to Shrambles, this means that we now have a new top 8er. I don't read much, no. What are you talking about, Shrambles? I don't read at all. I'm too stupid to read.
Ah, I see.
Funny
Okay.
little characters.
So the match coming up for Klades is B Tagarong versus Klades. So, but then another one.
You could say that these numbers all look like Arabic to me. We've now got pianos.
Yeah, I think Furret's audio isn't clean.
Yeah, Furret's audio is not clean. I mean, technically Furret's audio is clean. You would never catch it swearing, but, you know. Actually, sometimes. But still. Alright, come on, Furret, you got this. I still think Furret has technically spent less time on the boss than Klades has. And there we go, a win from Furret. And
that's all done. 29:09, still a very good time.
Yeah, these are very good times. And Furret has been knocked out.
Go for it.
$63 deaths, not that much more than Klades. So what, 10 more? I guess a full fifth more, 20% more, some percent more, but... Well, folks, we have Klades joining us now. Hello, Klades!
Hello.
Congratulations on taking down the mighty turret of the Furret variety. How do you feel?
I don't think skulls should be allowed to fly or be on fire.
You know,
Skulls don't
God
care for
Emperor
your
would
laws.
say otherwise.
What was that?
Skulls don't care for your rules, I think. They're beyond that.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently, but I'm allowed to have my opinion.
Yeah.
That last
I mean-
hallway before the boss was almost worse than the boss. Just because it kept wearing me down on the way in.
Yeah, that last hallway, basically, you gotta really know how to move through it, in order to not get hit before the boss and enter the boss fight with actually enter the boss fight with 3 hits. FurretTurret!
Hi.
Hello, and sorry for your loss today. You got mapped pretty hard there.
Yeah, I breadth first search in real life is usually what happens. But also, yes, I did have to go in a couple big circles. Oops.
Yeah, there were a few times where unfortunately you'd kind of definitely lost where you were supposed to return to.
Well, there
The
was
game
one.
requires some memory.
Yeah, the one of them I got mixed up. There was the one upper path where I guess I got the 2 keys in the wrong order, and so I had to redo one of the paths. Unless there was a way out that I didn't notice, which is possible. But yeah.
Well, you managed to do the other area pretty quick. What if I told you that you could throw your shurikens up and down?
I knew that. I just forgot.
Okay. That room with the 2 skulls definitely caught you a few more times than expected.
Right, yeah. No, I didn't know that, and I looked at the pace pen, I was like, oh yeah, I can throw up and down, and then I forgot again, but it's fine.
Skulls are just mean anyway.
The skulls were very mean anyway.
And then the boss just throwing skulls at you. How'd you feel about the game overall?
It's good. It's a cute little game.
It was pretty fun. I liked the idea of having the limited shurikens that you could collect again, and if you got stuck on the ceiling, you had to wait, and you had to say, well, do I want to wait on that to fall down, or do I want to keep going?
Well, the world record is just under 6 minutes, so go get him, Tiger.
Ooh. Cool.
My record is 7 minutes. You got this.
Doubtful.
Well, congratulations, Klades, for continuing on into the next match. I believe your next match feeds in the top 8, if I'm understanding things correctly.
I think there's another one after that.
There's another one after that.
Lizard's 7, Lizard's 8, and then top 8, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm way off on my numbers all the time.
But
so.
Chat
Anyway.
told us that this now guarantees that there's one new top 8 player. I'm not sure exactly how that works out, but your next opponent is Bloodfire Tagarang, who's also new, I think. Maybe there's some more. Maybe after that there comes another new MT player.
Now, the important question is it Klades or Klades?
It either way works. I've heard some pronunciations that are wrong, but those 2 are both fine.
Oh, okay. See, I'm not terrible for dealing with my hunky Greek gods for too much time. Anyway, FurretTurret, unfortunately, my man, those hats, they weighed you down.
I'll pick better hats next time.
They're all just going to be the little chest bit visor that takes up no weight.
I do have 3 more of those, so they could be.
Well, we always love to see you participating. We're always excited to see the hat. We put on the hat cam a little bit earlier before the match started to
Yeah.
bravo that. So we're always happy to see you. You gonna be back next year?
Yeah. I mean, unless I like die or something, which I'm not planning on.
Well, don't plan on that because you're
Yeah.
a lovely person to have around and the entire community enjoys you.
Aw,
Best to avoid
thanks.
that.
They'll have to enjoy you more next year because unfortunately this is the last we'll see of you during this tournament. Any final words?
No, this was good. I didn't get any cute little guy games this time, and I got several racing games in a row for some reason. But this was all around good games.
All right, well, thank you so much, both of you, for joining us here. Klades, good luck in your next match. Furret, good luck in your future endeavors. And I believe we have more matches coming up, but Moower may or may not be broadcasting them. I don't see a give game go out, so...
Yeah, let's have a look at the schedule. There's a match in an hour, and apparently it's a big one. The comment on the schedule says it's a top 8 qualifier. And I feel like the one after that might also be a pretty high profile.
yeah,
So I guess we will stick around. We do have a bunch of vodcasts that we could put in. How many vodcasts in the pipeline? 5. 5 of them. I think we've got one that nicely fills an hour if you want to stay on.
yeah. You know what? I'll stick around until after I will stick around until the end of the Ferris V5 and that one guy. So, what we are going to do though is that I'm going to, while the vodcast is being set up, we are going to run a 3-minute ad in order to kill the pre-rolls. We are going to take that moment to go give this doggo bathroom usage. And then we will be back in just a moment as Moower gets set up with this vodcast. So stay tuned, folks. Let me just go to the dashboard. Oh, it melted. It's okay. We still have the radio. We're on ad break. Enjoy your ads, folks. I gotta go. Luma! You wanna go for a potty break? Oh, my mic was...
It's not quite at all. Thank you very much for the sub, Bright Shadow. You're hearing lovely Wii Sports music. We're just taking a moment to set up our next vodcast.
All right, we're still getting set up here, folks. Well, Mooware gets that going. How are you all today? See, I'd try to be like, do y'all want to see Lumicam? But then Mooware would have to do more modifying of stuff, and that's just too much. Why? Why? Mooware, is this your mad strategy? Is this your grand plot? Mess with me constantly?
You've got me figured out.
I think I do, because this has been a recurring theme of late.